What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about one of the best budget tactical backpacks that I've seen in a while, and that is the Amheh 32L tactical backpack. Per usual, I'm going to disclose my relationship with the company. They did reach out to me, asked if I wanted to take a look at one of their bags. I said sure, absolutely. I like bags, so go ahead and send me out one. This is the one that I picked. I thought it was about the right size. It's slightly larger than what my everyday carry bag is, but not as big as my really big, like 3-day pack or 2-day pack that I've got. So this is nice in between for those. So now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and put this thing down on the workbench and let's get into it. This bag kind of barely fits inside of the camera window, so we're going to have to kind of shift it around a little bit. I apologize for that. As you see, this thing's got zippers all over the place. There are a ton of pockets, and we'll get into those in just a second. But first, let's go over some of the specs of this guy. This bag is a 32L bag, which is slightly larger than the Vertex EDC Ready Pack that I carry every day. It is made out of a 1050D water-resistant nylon, which is really nice. That means that you don't have to worry if you get rained on a little bit. You should be able to shed it off pretty easily, but you don't want to get drenched in it, and you definitely do not want to be setting this down on the ground where it's going to be wet. All of the zippers are YKK zippers, which is always super nice. We love to see that in a bag. All of the sewing is reinforced. It's got molly webbing on the front and on the sides of it. You do have a sleeve in the back for hydration and a sleeve inside for a laptop. This bag goes for about 80 bucks. Typically is what I've seen on Amazon. They have a 20% discount on it. The regular price is $100, but I believe that it is typically around 80 on there. So now that we're through all of that information, let's get into all of these pockets. So if you like a lot of pockets, you'll really like this bag. If you don't like a lot of pockets, you're going to have a problem with this because there is so many places to put all of your stuff. You can be very organized in here and keep all of your gear very systematically organized. The problem with a lot of bags these days, and it's not really a problem, but it makes it more costly, is that you get bags that are just clean slates, but they've got that Velcro on the inside so you can stick modular panels to it, which is nice, so you can customize it however you want. But that means that you have to spend the money to get those extra pieces of equipment instead of just buying a pack and kind of making it fit. So depends upon what you want to do. You know, there's something out there for everybody. This guy just has lots of organization to it. You have a big pocket here in the front. It just goes down to right about here. It's completely empty. There's no extra stuff in here, so you can use this as like a little quick dump pouch to just throw stuff into. Next big pouch here opens up, comes all the way down. You pull it all the way open. You have a mesh bag here on the front. A little bit of space in the bottom, but not much. And then you have a couple layers of pockets here. On the top, you have what I would call like an admin pouch, which I like this feature because I can throw just random things in here. So if I've used this bag a couple of times for some things. I've used it out in the field. I also use this as my bag when I go to jiu-jitsu. And what I use this pocket for up here is this is for like my wallet and any of my everyday carry stuff if I'm not wearing my fanny pack. So like I went this Saturday and I was fully dressed regularly, and then I went. So then this pocket's really nice for being able to leave it completely empty, and then I just throw all my everyday carry gear in here, and then I know it's all in one place. So this is a nice top admin pouch to be able to get into and keep like your mission essential gear up here, or like a varying amount of stuff, so you can have this whole thing packed out however you want, but then this is like your variable pouch. So we get into the main pocket here. You can unclip these guys if you want to be able to keep it from going all the way down. It'll open up like this. If you want to open the whole front. You unbuckle these guys, and then you can pull the whole front down to be able to get to everything inside of here. So if you stack bags inside of here, or if this is how you know that you want to have your gear set up more like this, so you set the whole bag down, open it up, you can do that. So you can see more organization in here. You have a lower pouch here that has a zipper on it. It's a little tight getting into it, but that means all your stuff will stay nice and secure. You have another one up here, and then you have the big pouch right here for a laptop. On this other side, we have a large mesh pouch here, and we also have a regular nylon pouch here that has some organization for like flashlights, multi-tools, and stuff like that going horizontally here, like in my everyday carry pack. Last thing in this big pocket is going to be that it does have some Velcro. So if you look down in here in the very bottom of it, you have a section of Velcro right here, so you can Velcro like an extra pouch down in the bottom here if you really want to. It would be nice, I know that I just said that I really like that this thing has all the pouches everywhere, but it would be nice if like this back panel right here was the Velcro, so you could do modular if you really wanted to, and then you had all the other pockets for everything else. That would have been nice, but not having these two big pouches in here is a good touch. So back here to the outside, you have on each side of this thing a water bottle pouch here. It does fit the Yoda Rambler inside. You can zip it up and everything, but it is kind of a tight fit, and you definitely couldn't get to it with this whole thing on your back. You would definitely have to take this off to get to your water bottle. And then if you put a water bottle in here, that means that all these other little pouches that they put in are completely useless, because there is no, you're not putting anything in this and still being able to get this guy in and out super easy. You do have this other mesh pouch here, which is nice. You could throw some little things into that and it might still close okay, but it's a pretty tight fit. So good or bad, that's where your water bottle goes, and you've got that on each side of the bag. Now if we go over to the back here, you have this pouch right here, and this is for your hydration. They have a loop right here for holding that in. Now, because of the way that this guy is situated, I had curiosity if you could use this as like a pouch for a piece of body armor or something like that. And I tried the one that I used to keep in my backpack, which is that big square one. It does not fit. However, you can fit a regular sized Air 500 steel plate into the back. No problem. It goes right in. Covers this area right here, so it's not the full height of the entire thing, but goes in pretty snugly, holds in place down at the bottom, which is kind of nice, and it keeps it out of the way of all your other stuff and kind of gives this a little bit of rigidity. And since you've got all this extra foam, it keeps it off of your back, so you're not going to be feeling it a whole lot. So they don't make note of that, but it is something worth mentioning that you can put some body armor inside of this. As I'm looking through the camera, I'm seeing that like this, and this are all, they all look like they're different colors. I don't know if that's my camera or not, so it doesn't, they're all the same color in real life. When you look at them, they're not different. I did go ahead and look at this guy under night vision. Okay. So here it is in the office. This is with no IR light on, just the regular night vision looking at it. All the colors look really good. Everything is the same. But when we go ahead, bump the light on, that's when you're going to see the differences in the material. You got the moly webbing is much darker than the rest of it, which has a possibility of making this thing kind of stand out if an IR light does get shined on it. So If you care about that, there you go. There's the information. Do with that as you will. Straps are nice and padded. They're pretty normal for a backpack. You have some really nice and thick padding here on the back to make it nice and comfortable, so you've got air channels going through. It does have a waist belt on it. There's no padding on it, but it's something to kind of take the load off of your shoulders. Your buckles here has a little whistle on it, which, why not? You do have some attachment points going down along this to be able to run like a water cable, or if you have a radio inside the backpack, you can run a mic up to here or something along those lines. So, now that we've walked around the bag, let's talk a little bit about what I like and what I don't like. I really like that there is a lot of organization inside of this. There are pockets everywhere, so you can section out the different categories of your gear, so you always know where to look for everything. You're not digging around inside to find stuff. And the size of it is really nice. It doesn't puff up too big, so it's not super wide off of your back, which is really nice. And the build quality is good. Things that I don't like about it, I'm not a huge fan of the exterior molly webbing. This bag would honestly be really good for everyday carry as far as like Gray Man is considered. It's not, other than the fact that it has molly webbing on it, it doesn't look super tactical. Like there's zippers on it, but it looks like a hiking backpack. But then you add the molly webbing to it, and that's what makes it, look super tactical. So if they were to take this exact same bag and just get rid of the molly webbing, I think it would make a really, really good budget everyday carry bag. But I'm not a huge fan of carrying a tactical bag for everyday carry. So for me, this makes more sense as like a hiking bag or as a ruck bag or a Bugout bag or something of that nature, where you're not taking it as many places, or it's more acceptable to have like a tactical backpack in what you're doing. And that's going to do it, you guys. So like I said, this is probably one of the best budget tactical backpacks that I've seen in a while. They seem to have a lot of really good options. If you don't want a bag this big, they do make smaller ones. They make down to like a sling bag, and I believe that they even make one that's slightly larger than this. So whatever's going to fit your cup of tea. It's not the most budget ever, but it's right there kind of in the middle where it's good quality and you get a lot of features out of it, and it doesn't feel super cheap, but it's not a $200 backpack. If you'd like to go check this bag out or anything else from these guys, there's a link down in the description to this. You can go look at what else they have there. And remember, best way to support the channel is to go buy some merch. I'm not wearing it right now because I'm getting ready for work at the moment, so we are wearing a flannel to go to work today. But best way to support the channel is to go buy some merch. There's a link down in the description. We have some new t-shirts coming out. We have the end of season monster shirt that came out, and we've got that in 2 varieties depending upon what kind of style you like. They are a heavyweight shirt, which is kind of nice. And with that, that's going to do it, you guys. I really appreciate those of you who stuck around. Thank you for watching the video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this with a buddy who is looking for a backpack, either for everyday carry, as a ruck pack, or as a Bugout bag. Remember, guys, train hard, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.